Michael Black of Karisma Entertainment Group presents a music fundraiser concert starring Gerald Austin of the Manhattans. Join us Saturday, September 25th at the Claridge Hotel in Atlantic City, New Jersey, when Gerald Austin comes to town, along with Harold Melvin's Blue Notes, Cliff Perkins and Soul Generation, the Ladies of Sky. Also performing, Touch of Class, and special guest Kelly Morgan.
Good evening, I'm Laranah Phipps Ray, and you are inside of the Neighborhood with Neighborhood TV via Behind the Cosmic Grind. And guess who we have tonight? You're looking at them. You saw some of the footage. They are consummate, each of them. Welcome, the Ebonies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
we love that.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
You can do that again if you want to.
I got a chance to come out and watch some of your performance. And what I was thinking is, all of these years, first of all, you are the sound of Philadelphia, all of you. You look amazing, you sound amazing. How do you feel right
amazing.
now?
Amazing. If it were to contribute to somebody's happiness is what it's about.
Yes.
You know, we try to be professional in everything we do, and when you're professional and you bring it out to the audience and they enjoy it and you see the smiles and the hand claps and all that stuff, it makes it so much easier and so much more pleasant.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
What I'd like to do is just go down the line and just, I know that there are many fans that know your names, but you, the Ebonies, you generate fans decade after decade. So that's, if we can start right here and go around to the beautiful ladies, tell us your name.
My name is Ray Kennebrew, and I'm also from around the Neighborhood in Trenton, New Jersey.
Oh, yes,
You know that.
absolutely. I do know that. You know, the Neighborhood gets around.
That's right. That's right.
And we know who you are, but why don't you tell us your name and a little bit about you and your journey as the Ebony.
Well, my name is what they call me, Smoke.
Smoke.
My real name is William Howard. I'm from a little place in Bristol, Tennessee, down south, and I've had the opportunity and the blessing to be able to be a part of the Ebonies and making the Ebonies forever relevant.
Yes.
The Ebonies from back in the day was sort of missing for a minute, but we put it back together. We're trying to make sure that it is a positive thing. Now, you know what ebony means, right? It's about being a protection and power. And we try to make it so that people will understand that even though the Ebonies were missing for a while, the music stayed around.
Oh, yes.
The pioneers that started it back at Camden, and I like to name them if it's okay.
Of course, please.
Beasley, Jenny, Jingles, and Booty, back in the day. You know, I'm the only one that sang with some of the originals.
Right.
One of the originals, that was David Beasley.
And what year was that?
73, 74.
So you started in 73, 74?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, original. So.
With the cats from Camden?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. That's where it started from, in Camden. Right. My job is to make sure that the name Ebony means what it is defined as.
Okay.
And that's protection and power.
Protection and power.
Right.
So if we can just go into the second row here and speak with the beautiful ladies. You are?
I'm Stephanie Green Kennebrew. I'm married to Ray.
Oh, okay.
And he and I met singing in cover bands.
In cover bands?
Yes. and I was recruited this year.
This year?
Yes.
So this is your first year?
This is my first year.
Okay.
My fourth show, my first year.
Okay.
Yeah, it kind of took me by storm. It kind of happened, well, you know, COVID happened.
Yes.
And unfortunately, it impacted lives.
Yes.
And as a result of that, I was asked to, you know, be a part of this wonderful legacy, the Ebonies.
And you are phenomenal.
Well, thank
Great
you.
choice.
Yes.
Thank you
Great
so
choice.
much.
I think I did
Absolutely.
a couple of things right in my life.
Yes.
That was one of the best.
This is one of the most important.
Exactly.
Well, how do you feel performing with your wife?
You know what? That's like something that it's real special to me because most people, even entertainers, don't have that opportunity to do.
Right.
You know, and so when we were due to COVID again, things changed with health and stuff like that. So we needed to recruit new members. And Smoke and I were talking, and we were talking. I'm like, man, my wife would be the perfect fit for this, you know. And Smoke had heard her sing before because she was singing with a cover band. And so it was a fairly easy choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fairly
Absolutely.
easy.
Okay. And to our very far right, this beautiful queen here.
Tell my baby girl.
Yes, baby girl.
Baby girl.
So who are you? And what is your connection to this wonderful group?
I am Darren Brinson, and I'm the daughter of Stephanie and the daughter of Ray.
So
And
it's a
the baby girl of Uncle Smoke.
I
So it's a family affair.
It's a family affair.
Yes.
So they make your life miserable.
Yeah, we tried to.
You don't get to do
Very.
anything.
Okay.
We understand.
Okay.
You sound
Where?
amazing. Yes. You
Thank
sound
you so much.
amazing. I got a chance to listen to you blow. I said, wow, you have that new sound.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Which is necessary
Exactly.
in the groups who I don't like to call what we do older,
Right.
but vintage.
Yes, yes.
Aged.
Classic.
Classic.
Yes.
But that new sound is necessary because it appeals to the younger demographic.
Exactly.
And we want that. We want
Right. And that was part of the mindset when we came out with our last CD. It was called Forever Relevant. So we said, what do we need to do and how do we keep the Ebonies relevant? Well, a good idea would to have a young sound.
that. Oh, yes. You can hear it.
You can hear it.
Oh, you can hear
You
it.
know, and then
Definitely
there's
hear it.
Darren, so it's like it was almost meant to be.
Yes.
And Darren, when she says you have a great voice, this is coming from a crooner. All right, she didn't tell anyone that.
Oh, yes.
Now, let me tell you something. Now. Let me tell you about the young lady back here in the back. We had an incident where we were supposed to be doing a show down in Maryland, and 8 days before, my first tenor just dropped off the map. She walked right in with 2 rehearsals and did one of the biggest shows we've done.
Killed it.
And just killed it. Now, we had a little stand up there for her, you know, to help her out a little bit.
Right.
You know, we didn't kick it over nothing,
Right.
but she did a fantastic
Almost did. I
job.
just
So
played it off.
and she got all that from 2 rehearsals just watching me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But part of that,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Nah, because I got his moves. I be practicing. He know it.
So she is a blessing to come along. You know, if you do the right thing, you know, you get those blessings that's meant for you. You know,
Yeah.
when one thing went down, something else stepped up, and she was the one sent to us, and I really appreciate her. You know, we don't. You know, I haven't given her.
Right.
I'm doing that now.
Right.
Yeah, she is.
Right.
I appreciate being
Absolutely.
a part of it.
Beautiful. And if there's one thing that you would be able to say to the generations of young musicians, young singers, and entertainers coming up, what would that be?
You have to be true to the art and true to yourself if it's positive. You got to always search for the positivity thing in your life. And if you're not, it's going to show
Right.
in your everyday life and on the stage.
Do you have any projects coming up? Anything you want to tell us?
Yes.
How do we find out what's happening with the Ebonies?
Okay. The website is
The Ebonies.
The Ebonies.
.com.
.com.
Okay, so that website is www.theebonies.com. Make sure you look them up. The Ebonies. And then you also have other ways that folks can get in touch with you. Facebook, okay. And what would that be? The original Ebonies, or is that the Ebonies?
The original Ebonies.
The original Ebonies. Make sure you check them out.
Yes.
Any new CDs, any projects coming out?
Well, yes, we're working on something, a song called My Flower.
Oh, nice.
I don't want to put too much out about it, but it's going to be a project. We might have to make a movie out of it, but we're going to go in the studio in about 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
And we're going to come out smoking.
Right, I know that's right, Smoke. And there you have it, the Ebonies on Behind the Cosmic Grind in the neighborhood via Atlantic City.
I love that.
During this time of unprecedented chaos, confusion, and misinformation, we do have one thing in common: each other. United we stand, divided we fall. So just be cool, and let's beat this coronavirus together with love and understanding. Stay focused, stay calm, stay home. Take care of your mind, body, and soul. Celebrate life, and this too shall come to pass. Have a glass of the cool champagne.
Welcome back to Behind the Cosmic Grind. This is Neighborhood TV. And with us, we have one of the opening acts from tonight's show down in Atlantic City under this wonderful, wonderful tent of Karisma Entertainment. We have Baby Boy. Welcome, Baby Boy.
Thank you. How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
All right.
Good. So you opened the show, huh?
Yes, I did.
All right, and what was that like, working with so many consummate professionals?
Oh, it's wonderful. You know, like, I always love performing with the older groups because, you know, I learn a lot.
Right,
You know, since I was young, I've always learned from them, and, you know, it makes me better.
Okay, so tell us, I know we don't have a lot of time, this said, but we wanted to just introduce ourselves to you and you to our public.
Okay.
How do we get in touch with you, and what do you have coming up?
Well, the shows that I have coming up, I have a band called Village Bridge.
Village Bridge.
Yes,
Okay.
and I also have a group called 120.
120.
Which we've been together for 12 years.
Okay.
Won a bunch of awards, do a lot of
Okay.
TV and different things like that.
Cool. How do we get in touch with you?
You can go online. You can go to, well, if you hit Baby Boy NJ on Instagram, I can give the rest of the information.
Okay.
It'd be
So we're going to go to Baby Boy MJ. Y'all got that?
NJ.
NJ, Baby Boy NJ.
On Instagram.
Coming up. It's so
Yep.
wonderful to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. We are back. We are in Atlantic City, and we have none other than the consummate, the infamous Touch of Class.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you.
How was the show? How'd you feel tonight?
Felt good. Good.
Yeah, it felt good. It's always a
Warm
lot of
audience.
Yeah.
right. And you know, we always have fun on stage.
Yes.
It's good.
Good to be back on stage, yeah.
Yeah. How long have you all been together?
We started back in 1968. You know, with a group. It wasn't Touch of Class then. It was a different name, but that's how long we've been doing.
What was the group's name?
Stage 4.
Stage 4.
Right,
Okay.
right.
And who did that consist of?
Me and my brother, Herbie Brevard, and a brother named Tom Rogers.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Did y'all do the touring circuit?
We worked, yeah, we toured, basically we were touring the same circuit as the Moments and the Delphonics and all of them.
Okay, yeah.
That was before we had a record deal, but
Okay.
we were touring on our merit, our stage merit. So
Right.
Right, with
Small's
the LaBelles
Paradise.
and all the rest of the group. And my husband and all them were back in that, that
Yes,
vein.
yes,
Right,
yes.
right.
Small's
Old
Paradise.
soldiers.
yeah, old soldier, she said.
And so, what has sustained you all of these years? It's
The love.
2021.
It's the love. It's the love of the music. You know, I love all genres of music. Country, R&B, you know, Latin, salsa, you know, classical. But R&B has a certain something that's close to my heart because the rhythm in it and the melody in it is just so strong and positive. And that's why Gerald and I, we still do this now because we want to keep this music going, you know what I mean, for the next generations, you know what I mean?
So now we're just going to go down the line here. I know that you two are brothers, but you have some new fans.
Well, I'm Gerald, Pete's younger brother. This is my role model, as I said on stage, my lifelong role model. I love this guy. And just as Pete, we just have such a love for the music. You know, in particular the R&B, like he says, but all genres and stuff. We love orchestration. You know, we don't mind like the sampling. You know, like the sampling, like the hip hop artists are using.
Right.
And now they're starting to go back to doing like traditional type music, and they're doing their rhymes on that, which I love because it's helping to sustain the music that we came up under. You know, and keeping it going, and it's introducing it to a younger generation.
A whole new
which is
audience,
great.
right?
Absolutely.
And as Pete mentioned, after stage 4, we became Touch of Class. That was my brother Pete, myself, Gerald, Michael Hailstock, our cousin, and Herbert Brevard. Okay, and Michael passed away, you know, God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
And Herbie, he retired. You know, he's a golfer now. You know, so he's doing good. He's healthy, strong, and everything. And then Hampton joined the group. Hampton Dickerson.
In what year? Or thereabouts?
Well, when I was a little boy.
Okay.
Come on now.
But
No.
so is it the 70s?
Yeah,
80s?
80s, early 90s.
Early
No,
90s.
actually,
90s,
yeah, late 90s to early 2000s.
Right.
Okay.
See, here's where he got a little bit twisted because when we used to practice
We had a
at
rehearsal
stage
studio.
4,
Right.
Yeah.
Hamp used to always hang around and watch us.
Right.
But he was a kid then.
Right.
So Hamp's a little younger than we are.
I
you know what
understand
mean?
that,
But,
yeah.
yeah, he's matured nicely. And he's
Eloquently.
a great,
Eloquently.
he's a great
Absolutely.
vocalist, and he was
Yes.
a nice fit, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's how he got to be with us.
Hamp is actually a great talent in his own right. You know, I mean, he actually could be a solo artist. So we were very fortunate that, you know, he decided to, you know, fill the spot that we had open. We were like interviewing different people and doing, you know, holding the, you know, the auditions. And Hampton came through and we were like, oh, Hampton, you know what I mean? Perfect fit. He can sing like like the best of them.
And he knew our style.
And he knew our style.
Because he knows your music.
Right, so he was a perfect fit.
Any regrets, Hampton, from not going solo? Because that's always what folks want to do, you know.
Not one.
Not one.
I enjoy doing what I'm doing with these brothers.
Wonderful. I really can identify with what you said, him watching you. My family is the Phipps family, Newark's first family of jazz. So my father was
Gene Phipps?
Gene Phipps
Gene
is my
Phipps?
father.
No.
Not junior.
No.
Senior.
Senior.
Absolutely.
So Gene Phipps Jr.
is my brother. I'm Laranah Phipps.
You
And
know,
now Ray.
You know he worked with us, right?
Yes, I know.
Yeah,
That's why I brought that up.
He did the Jackson tour with
He did
us.
the Jackson's tour, yes.
Yeah, he did.
Absolutely did.
Oh, wow. How
So,
is
and
he?
I was the baby watching them. And I'm a singer, of course. But I also have aspired to do what Oprah and Gail have done. I'm a journalist as well.
Okay.
And so it's important having role models in front of you. Because there's always somebody on the side trying to tell you what to do. But if you, and I know you can relate to this, you had that expectation. And you feel like you kind of have to fill those shoes, you know.
Right,
Whenever I say, I'm a Phipps, they're like, oh, we know you better be able to sing.
Yeah,
Do you get any of that?
Well, I studied these guys for years.
Yeah, right.
You know, and when they welcomed me into the group, I was welcome to play a certain role as a background singer and bring on and help as much as I can in any other parts of the group. So saying all that to say that I was hired to be a background vocalist that can bring out and live up to the reputations of Touch of Class.
Right.
And,
which is difficult to do.
It was
Touch of Class,
let me tell
for
you,
God's sake.
if you want to start a dance school,
Right
these
here.
brothers right here to lead it.
Yeah. I'm so honored to have all three of you and to
How ironic is
have
that?
the
That's
history, though.
Gene Phipps.
I am Bubby's baby sister.
How is he doing?
He is a Phipps.
Okay. All right. Enough said.
And we are
doing all right.
an expressive group.
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
Okay, he's doing well, though.
great.
You know,
That's
still playing. The Phipps is still coming together. I now have the responsibility of continuing that legacy and
Right.
all of that kind of
How
stuff.
wonderful. Wow.
Yeah, and it's an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure, and to have remarkable entertainers like yourself, knowing that you've given us all so much, and you still are doing it. And I have the chance to sit, chat with you,
Wow.
and also let you know I do have a band. So my band is La Funkalicious.
La
And
Funkalicious.
my horn players are all female.
Wow.
Hey.
Coming up out of the Phipps, of course.
Hey.
My husband, Cool in the Gang.
Yeah.
And so we have a new record dropping. So we'll talk to you about that because
Yeah,
we're
baby.
talking about doing some tours like you guys used to do back in the day, where there were 5, 6, 7 acts.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Right.
real
Showcase.
tours.
Real tours.
Yeah.
You know, each band having to hold their own. And,
Right.
You know, and we can sell more music because we're not selling the records that we used to be able to sell back in the day.
True, yeah,
So
yeah.
we'll talk some more.
Okay.
It's been a privilege and a pleasure. I thank you.
Pleasure's all ours.
Touch of Class. And we are back, and we first of all need to say thank you to our sponsor, Le Cool Champagne.
All right.
All right. Y'all know Cool in the Gang has Pinkies up, girls.
On that.
Cool in the Gang has a champagne called Le Cool, and it is wonderful. And they sponsor this show, which is called Behind the Cosmic Grind.
Okay.
Okay.
Love it.
Now we've been entertained all night, and we've seen some wonderful performances. But right now, we're here with the ladies.
The ladies.
Specifically, the ladies of Sky.
Yes, ma'am.
How many years of incredible music have you given us?
Wow, I want to say it's about
40
years. We were 13 years.
Well, it's a little bit more than that.
Well, if you want to go back to high school, Wanda,
No.
we could go back. We could go on and on.
No. I'm just thinking of 82, Nissa, but it was before there was three albums before that,
Right.
so it's 40 plus, yeah.
What was the first hit?
First time around.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
that was the very first
And then
hit.
the hit after that?
High.
Right. Which one went to number one? The quickest.
It was Call Me.
Call Me. Oh, y'all.
Yeah.
Call me if you need someone to talk to. Wait a
that
minute.
one-
See,
that
that's
was
still the party.
all the way number
That's
one.
still the party favor
Yes.
in all of the clubs. Not that I'm going to the clubs
no,
now,
you're not
because you know
going.
we're not doing
Ain't
that
there
as
none of us
much
going to the club.
That much.
anymore.
Yes.
It's way too
But when we
extra.
do it,
We do.
you gotta call me.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you need someone to talk to.
Call me.
Who wrote that?
So that song was written by Randy Muller, who was
Okay.
a co-producer for Sky and also the leader of the group Brass Construction.
Right, right.
Okay, so we came out of that Brooklyn funk camp.
Yeah.
Okay, and so Randy came up, conceived this idea. I guess the songs, apparently, the story goes, the songs that we were doing prior to that, you know, were friendly, here's to you, first time around, all that. And
La, la, la.
they said, put a little controversy in there. So he decided to come up with that. And we really could not have expected it to have risen so quickly, to #1 status.
And stay for quite
Several
a while.
weeks.
Yeah, stayed up there for quite a
What was the longest amount of time it was on the charts at #1?
Oh my goodness, I want to say it was #1 for at least 2 months.
at least 2 or 3 months.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it crossed over from the
And
R&B
then it
charts
crossed over.
to the Billboard Pop
Yeah,
charts as well.
yeah.
Did it change you, having a song on the charts for that long?
No.
No,
Change us from
because
what?
you, yeah, well, you know what? We are 3 girls out
Brooklyn
of Brooklyn,
girls.
New York. We're Brooklyn girls. Brooklyn still, you know, even though we live in New Jersey now.
Right. So you
Born and
become
raised-
Jersey. Woo!
Now we're
And
just
the
Jersey
projects.
girls.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
We have always taken our career as a blessing and taken it in stride. And at the end of the day, you know, people come to see you perform, they see a certain image on stage, but we are just those regular people.
Yes.
And, you know, they never see
Round the
you-
way girls.
Exactly.
Yes.
We're just regular females and being blessed to be able to do what we do, right?
That's right, and we love it. You know, we love it.
But the girls that are coming up today in entertainment, you've paved the way for them.
Well, there were other women that paved the way for us.
Right.
So we just kind of just like made sure that they could follow
Pick up the baton.
Yeah, and follow the
path.
Follow the path, not necessarily the yellow brick road, because
Right,
that took Dorothy
right.
other places. So we just follow the path, because we followed that path. So we're
Right.
leaving all our little breadcrumbs out.
For
so
the-
you can,
right.
so y'all can
And
just
it's
go
re-
this way.
It's really a path about how you
Present yourself.
How you there you go.
You
That's the
wanna
path
follow
because
a
we
path.
looked at who were the artists that we watched?
Well, we
Lena Horne.
Lena Horne, yes.
Nancy
Nancy
Wilson,
Wilson.
Oh, yes.
Roberta Flack,
Roberta
you know,
Roberta, we looked
all those
to
people that
those
were
who were
in the 50s and 60s before us, those who came
That
before.
They set a
came
certain
before.
standard.
Right.
So
A certain
that's the thing.
elegance,
They
a
presented
certain
themselves
professional.
in a manner. We
Flair.
do, and we
Yeah.
say this all the time to young women. I don't care who we talk to. We say, present yourself in a manner that you don't look back one day and say, "Lord, have mercy."
What was I
Right.
thinking?
What was I thinking?
Or was I thinking at all?
At all.
And there you go.
At all.
And there's that. And I want to be able to let my great grandson, who will be 2 years old, to look at and say, "That's my Nan."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want him to say, "Oh Lord, I can't show that to any of my friends."
Represent yourself well.
Right, right. So as black women in this entertainment industry, do you find that there's a difference between your level of maturity and success versus someone of a different culture or background or?
Well, I think we all kind of get in where we fit in. You know what I'm saying? You have what's considered your A-list artists. For us, we're in a very unique position. We came up in the industry. We were backed by record companies, first South Soul, then Capitol, then Atlantic
groomed
Records.
you.
They groomed you.
Yes.
Exactly.
You got stylists and you had all of this.
Right, right. But we are in a unique position that we are now independent artists.
Yes.
The ladies of Sky have stepped out of the normal corporate molds, so to speak, because we don't have a record deal. The success that we enjoy is pretty much self-made. So we have our own team of graphic designers, media team. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to measure our success based upon how well we appear to the people that are our fans. That's how we measure success. We're not trying to measure ourselves against anybody else out here in the
We're
industry.
not trying to measure ourselves against anybody's bank account, because that's not what success to us.
Exactly.
Right. Success is doing what
It's
you
having
love
the
and
fans
doing
out,
it well.
Right,
That's
and having the
success.
fans out there screaming and singing,
Right.
singing
Singing songs, word
And
for
people
word.
wanting to, wanting to come up to you and say, "I really enjoyed what you did." You can't do that with a lot of artists. You can't get nowhere near them.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, we just, I think that's humility. I think it's humbleness. It's,
Any regrets with choosing entertainment as a profession? Was there something else you wanted to do besides
Oh my goodness,
sing?
we've done everything besides singing. Are you kidding? We've had day jobs. As a matter of fact, I'm a legal secretary, legal secretary. We all, you know what I'm saying? We had real world lives. You know what I'm saying? So the music has always been the thing that we enjoy.
That's right. Because we all sang in chorus.
Yeah, the things that we loved, you know.
Something
and
that made us happy.
This is what we wanted to do. And we were supported very well by our mom and dad. They were proud of us. They were proud of our accomplishments on stage, and they were proud of our accomplishments off stage.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And so, what are the ladies of Sky doing now? What are your projects?
We have so much going on. So we've just released a single, "Love at First Sight."
Okay.
We collaborated with a French production team called AP Connections. The album is called Wide Vision. The single is called "Love at First Sight." It's on all streaming platforms.
Okay.
We've also worked with Mr. Michael Black from Karisma
whom we all love.
Entertainment, who we love dearly. We have something in the works with him.
Okay. Thank you for your music. Thank you for your legacy. Thank you for your sisterhood, your womanhood, and your wisdom.
Wow.
We love you.
Ever since you came up, baby.
Behind the Cosmic Grind, we are here in Atlantic City enjoying all the amazing artists, and tonight we have members of Black Ivy with us. How you doing, darling? Thank you for stopping by and talking with us.
It's my pleasure. God bless you.
So tell us,
I'm all right.
who are you and how long have you been with Black Ivy?
Since the beginning, and I'm Leroy. Leroy Burgess is my name.
Yes, you are. Okay.
Yeah.
How long has Black Ivy been together as a group?
Oh, wow. It was originally conceived as the Mellow Souls in 1968.
1968?
Yes,
Wow.
yes. Then we became Black Ivy in 1969, 1970.
Okay.
Right, and
what was the transition? Why did you change the name?
Well, the Mellow Soul sound mad old.
Okay.
So,
okay.
You know, I mean, the Mellow Soul,
I
that sound like
I get it. It's
you know, a group from the block around the corner, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so we was trying to be a little...
Step your game up a little bit.
Yeah,
Right.
you know, so Stuart and Patrick Adams, our manager at the time, they were on the phone with the dictionary open, and one of them happened on the word Ivy, and then at that time, you know, that was the whole 69, 68 black thing, you know, black this,
Soul,
like that.
brother,
Yeah, powder people, all that, right? So they
Say
were
it
like,
loud.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and didn't they? But we put black in front of Ivy.
Okay.
It fit the group because you had two darker brothers, myself, my complexion, and Russell's complexion, along with a lighter skinned brother in the middle, right? Which again is allied with the piano keys.
Right.
Right, everything like that. Yeah.
So now we all know that ivory is there such a thing as Black Ivory?
I saw it.
Other than you?
Wikipedia. Wikipedia said something about it. You know, I don't know, some kind of elephant make it. But
really?
I ain't never seen it.
Okay.
But
okay.
Yeah,
Well, y'all made it do what it
That's
do.
Wikipedia. They say everything.
Okay.
About everything.
Okay. And so who are some of the other members of the group?
Oh, well, my brothers are Stuart Bascom and Russell Patterson. And one of the things that makes us unusual and separates us from a lot of the groups from the 70s, I believe we are the only group that has the three original members from the beginning.
From the beginning.
Still performing together.
Right.
You know, praise God, 53 years in counting.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
so you know, that's one of the distinctions amongst us.
Are you still touring heavily? I know COVID's got us, right, we're not really doing, but is the touring starting to happen
Well,
for you
we'll
again?
see, you know, this is a good start. So.
Right, okay. So has this been one of your first performances?
This is the first performance since February 2020.
Wow.
And we have some performances coming up next week.
Okay, where?
At the Patapsco Arena in Maryland.
Oh, Maryland. So those of you in Maryland, they're gonna be at the Patapsco Arena?
Yeah, Patapsco.
Okay.
Yeah, don't
okay.
say that too
Don't
many
say
times.
it too many times.
Fast, cause
right.
yeah.
Right.
I can only get that one time. So
Only one. Patapsco.
Don't sit down. Don't ask me to say it again, all right? 'Cause that one time is all you get.
So how'd you feel performing? This was your first performance in well over a year.
I love performing. Praise God, I love performing. I love sharing my work with an audience that has relates to it, and it's always cool. It's just fun. I've always loved music, and that's one of the things that keeps us together.
Right.
Me, Stuart, and Russell.
Right.
We love music, and we absolutely love it,
Yeah.
and it's what we do. So. This is my first time being back.
Right.
After 2019, we had a successful tours in 2019.
Of course.
All right, so this is my first time being back. So I'm happy about it. You know, I'm waiting for it to get safer.
Okay.
All right, more people to be safe.
Right.
Right, but I'm looking forward to doing more.
You
This
were
is
at the
nice
top
horse,
of your...
by the way.
Oh,
It's all sparkly and everything.
so it's not a horse, it's a unicorn. And it was given to me by my husband, whom I know you know, Michael Ray, Kool and the Gang.
Okay, of course.
And
Now,
so
the funny thing about Kool and the Gang is the Bell brothers are my cousins.
Okay.
My mother is Myrtle Bell. Her maiden name is Myrtle Bell.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know it. I don't,
Right,
I don't
right.
spread it around too much.
So this show, Behind the Cosmic Grind, one of our sponsors is Le Cool.
You mean, his champagne
Yeah,
line.
absolutely.
His champagne
so
line,
make sure you
yeah.
get some of that. It's delicious.
Yeah, believe me.
We'll have some of those later on.
Yeah, I got
Camera?
some on the thing.
I know. We'll
Yeah.
talk. He got a little shindig.
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
other
yeah. It's
side
on the
of
side. I ain't gonna say
Right,
nothing.
we're
Don't
not
even look over there.
Don't even look.
Don't look, because you ain't getting them. Don't even look.
What are some of the songs you sang tonight?
We just did a couple of our numbers. This is a very short show in support of my brother, Michael Black.
Of course.
Who is a wonderful brother.
Michael Black is an amazing
He's a cool dude.
producer,
He's
entertainment professional, and he put this whole thing on, and we are so honored by the work that he did just for this show.
Yeah, yeah, it's very cool. And this is his first thing.
Yeah.
In a long time.
In a
This is
long
everybody's
time.
first thing in a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, after
That's kind of you to say.
No, it's been a pleasure, really. It's been a lot
People
of fun.
say I'm a fun guy. I don't know.
You a fun guy. I'm going to, after we wrap this up, I think I'm going to go and have a little Le Cool champagne tonight.
Yeah.
Would you like to join me?
What do you think?
I know it.
I mean, ask yourself.
Laranah Phipps Ray, Behind the Cosmic Grind.
God bless y'all, everybody.
That's right.
It's so wonderful. Thank you for having me. Beautiful purple hair. I
Thank you.
was going to wear purple, but my
You
hair
was
wouldn't
gonna
grow.
wear the purple?
Yeah, but my hair wouldn't grow. I couldn't get it
wouldn't
grow in time.
Yeah, okay.
So, and then I didn't have any purple dye anymore.
Okay.
So, but God bless y'all. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. I joke around a lot, but I love every one of y'all. Thank you so much for being in my life. And much more new stuff to come.
That's right. Good night.
Good night.
And thank you. You are Behind the Cosmic Grind in the neighborhood via Atlantic City. One love. Namaste.
Be safe, y'all.
Money can't buy you love. Money can't buy you love. Money can't buy you love. Oh no. Woo. Money.
Well, we are back. We are in Atlantic City. We are dealing with Karisma Entertainment Group. They have brought in some of the most incredible artists, and we now have with us Soul Generation. And may I say, y'all look amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've been doing this all night. You just look amazing.
Thank you.
Can we just go down the line and tell the fans, some of us know who you are, and we have all these new fans now that want to know who you are.
Okay, I'm Cliff Perkins, lead singer and first tenor of Soul Generation.
I'm Vita LaRue.
Don Taylor.
Okay. And this is Soul Generation. How long have you all been together?
Well, Soul Generation's been around since 1969.
Since '69.
Yeah, yeah.
Were you on the major tours in '69?
Yes, we were.
Okay.
OJ's,
The OJ's.
Main Ingredient, Al Green, Harold Melvin of Blue Notes.
Right. Cool in the Gang.
Cool in the Gang. Cool in the Gang used to play behind us all the time. They were Cool in the Flames at
I
that time.
remember when they were Cool in the Flames. You know how I know that? My husband is Michael Ray.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
So what was your first hit?
Body and Soul.
Oh, that is the baby making machine.
That's for sure.
Definitely.
That is for sure.
Oh, how long did that stay on the charts?
But well, in different cities, in Baltimore it was on the charts for 18 weeks. In North Carolina it was like about 16 weeks. In LA it was 15 weeks.
Okay.
And I'm talking about in the #1 spot.
In the #1 spot, right?
Yeah,
right, right. That's incredible.
Yeah,
and very
yeah.
difficult to do and sustain.
Yeah.
So, my sister, how long have you been in the group? And tell us what your experience has been with Soul Generation.
So I've been with the group, about 20 years now.
20? Wow.
Yeah. I started as a background singer. So I had the pleasure of working with, of course, Cliff, but the other original members. But as time went on, they retired. And I was in the background, and Cliff said, I'm not starting from scratch again. I'm using what I have. And asked her, you want to come up?
Which is wise. Very wise.
And so I became part of the group. And been working ever since.
And then the gentleman to my farthest right.
I've been with the group now coming up on about 15 years. And how I got in the group, simple, it was blackmail.
Did you say blackmail?
Yes.
Oh, this is going to be good. Wait a minute.
No, I was singing with a local group, and basically, Cliff, watched me grow and said I was ready to
What was the
sing
name
with
of the group?
Prime.
Prime?
Yes.
Okay. Was it all male,
Yes.
doo-wop type thing?
Yes. Yes.
Because he looks like a doo-wop boy.
Yeah,
doo-wop. Did wop.
And what was your experience like coming from a local group and then coming to such an acclaimed
a whirlwind. It was definitely a whirlwind.
In what way?
And I had the privilege to, do an album with Cliff, so that was amazing. Matter of fact, Ooh Baby, y'all could pick that up.
Oh, yeah.
Sell it now, sell it.
Yes,
What records are you on?
Ooh Baby is the album.
Yeah. Oh, that's the album.
Nice and slow.
Oh, ladies, gentlemen, yes.
In Your Way.
Baby making songs.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Show Your Love. Yeah. Once again, Amazon.com.
Okay. In this group, under the new configuration for the last, I would say, 20 years now, what has changed for you in the industry?
In the industry or the group itself?
In the industry and the group.
The industry is a little strange right about now.
Say it again.
Yeah, it's not open to classic soul artists.
Right.
A lot of us, or most of the classic soul artists, have recorded new music, and they can't get play. No airplay. They got to go on the internet, and Soul Generation included.
Right.
Years ago, when Body and Soul came out, I took the record to radio station, WEBB, that was James Brown's radio station. And we were able to take it in, and the program director listened to a guy named Jim Sears. And he ran a contest on the record, which was kind of silly to me because he put it out there like, can you guess who this is? And of course, no one could guess who it was because we were brand new.
Oh.
But I wasn't complaining because he picked it up and he played it. And from that point on, the record started taking off in Baltimore, then it went to Washington, D.C., and it just carried on throughout the states.
So you sold the record regionally?
Yes.
As opposed to globally?
Yes.
At one time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we've always been on an independent label. So independent means just what it says.
You got to go in the city and get to know it.
Right. And the money is not the same as being with a major.
That's right.
So that's the way it was with Body and Soul. I was really surprised how well this song did because of the company that was behind us, because they didn't have monies, and it was trial and error. But the trial worked out fine for us. I mean, the record I think the record was so strong that it just overtook Soul Generation, because people relate to that song more than they relate to Soul Generation.
Yes.
They were calling me Body and Soul.
Right. Body and Soul is the bigger.
Right. And I started to change the name of the group to Body and Soul. I mean, it ran through my mind.
But we all know and love Soul Generation.
Yeah.
And when you say that, I mean, there's only one group that you think of when you say Soul Generation.
Yeah.
You know.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
What's the new project you
That's
have?
the new project was Ooh Baby.
Ooh Baby.
Which Donald had mentioned. And we have 12 songs on there, 12, 13 songs on there. All new stuff, and some stuff I covered before, but we just updated it with their voices and added another dimension to the song.
Okay. And how do we purchase that? Because, see, the thing we need to do is we need to buy the records.
Yeah, all the streaming stations have it.
It's streaming.
Yeah.
Any tour dates?
We have a lot. We're doing a lot in Jersey. We did this one tonight. We got South Africa that's calling, Canada that's calling.
When you going to South Africa?
I don't know yet. We're waiting. You know, their numbers are kind of high.
Oh yes, indeed.
You know, so I can't take them, and I can't take myself.
The overseas stuff is kind of
it's a little crazy, and I don't want to get sick in South Africa.
And I know that's right.
You know.
Now I'm not going to hold you any longer. I am going to say again, you look amazing.
Thank you.
You
Thank
sound wonderful, and it's an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to have this conversation with you. And I hope we'll do it again.
We sure will. Just call.
Soul Generation.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
And so we return behind the Cosmic Grind. We are in the neighborhood via Atlantic City. And who do we have with us? Ladies, gentlemen, we've seen them tonight. You were amazing. Harold Melvin's Blue Notes. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's just jump right into it. So you are now billed as Harold Melvin's Blue Notes, as opposed to Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Sure. Tell me about that.
Well, after Harold died, the group had to carry on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it made sense to name the group Harold Melvin's Blue Notes versus just the Blue Notes.
Just the Blue Notes.
Yeah, so let everybody know that who we are.
Right.
We belong to Harold Melvin. I was Harold Melvin's last lead singer.
Okay.
And that's who I am.
Okay. So we go down the list, just tell us your names, guys. I know everybody knows you, but you have new fans, like I said to all the other bands. You'll be so amazed at the young people who know your lyrics, know your songs. So from left to right and in the back, just tell us your name, how long you've been, when did you come to the group, and anything else you want to tell me.
Well, my name is Donnell Gillespie. I've been a Blue Note for 42 years.
Wow. Okay. Wow. 42 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm Keith Matthews, and I've been a Blue Note for 5 years.
For 5 years?
Yes.
Okay.
Tyrone Burwell, and I've been a Blue Note for about 5 years.
About 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Dave Eccles, and pretty much the same. The three of us came in at the same time.
Came at the same time?
Yes.
Okay.
5 years.
All right. Okay.
And my name is John the Hammer Morris, and I've been with the group 23 years.
23 years. Wow. So, the Hammer, how'd you get that name?
Don't ask.
I want to know, because this is behind the Cosmic Grind. How'd you get that name? Don't you want to know? You want to know, right?
Well, we had a guitar player, God rest his soul, by the name of Ronnie Henderson. And when we do our routine, The Love I Lost,
yes,
and we spin and do a little split, I used to do a split all the way down to
the scene of your pants.
And
Ronnie
gave me that name, the Hammer.
The Hammer. I understand. We understand. So for the three of you that have been in the group for the last 5 years, what is it like coming into a group with this is a legacy? It's a dynasty,
Well,
a conglomerate, if you will.
For me, I still don't believe it.
Okay.
You know,
So you have to pinch yourself.
Hey, yes. You know, every time we get up on that stage, I said, I don't believe it. It's wonderful to be a part of this group.
Okay.
And I just love it. Love it. It's
For
like
20
every time you
years.
hear. Yeah.
I've been pinching myself.
Pinching yourself still.
Is
right.
this real?
Right. Right. What about you?
For me, it's an extension of what I've always loved to do.
Okay.
You know, I just have a passion about performing, you know, something that's in my heart. So this is like, it's just an extension, and I'm just glad to be here.
Okay. And what about you?
Great, because I knew a lot of the songs, and therefore being able to sing those songs with folks that are called Harold Melvin's Blue Notes was great.
What's on the horizon for you guys now? You've done everything.
Well, we continue to work, and we're doing a lot of work overseas.
Okay.
And we're going in the studio working on new music, too.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Who's writing the music?
Oh, different writers.
Okay.
Yeah, different
in the group or outside?
No,
Did you
none
hire?
of us.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Be nice, though.
Okay. And so what kind of music are you going to give us? Is it going to be the same Harold Melvin?
Rhythm and blues.
Okay.
Rhythm and blues.
Okay.
We're going to do some remakes.
Some remakes. Okay.
Yeah, we're getting ready.
Can you tell us one of the songs you're going to remake?
Rely on me to
Sing it.
fulfill your needs from now on. I'll shelter you and be a pillar you can lean on. For in your eyes I see what I was born to be. That's enough.
That's enough. That is more than enough. I love it. When you think that this record is going to come out?
Oh, we're working on it now.
Okay.
You know, 'cause the COVID has just destroyed everything.
I know it.
Yes.
It hasn't destroyed us. We're still standing.
Yes.
But it
Yeah.
has slowed us down, right?
Right, yeah.
Woo. But we're still standing.
We're not
And we're
gonna let
going
it
to make
destroy
it.
us.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
Teddy Pendergrass.
Yeah.
Tell me about your relationships with him, those of you who've had the privilege and pleasure.
Teddy and I go back way back when we were teenagers. We had a group called the Paramounts. And then after that, Teddy went on to different groups, and he's playing drums for different people. And then he was playing drums for Harold.
Right.
So what Harold explained to me was that Teddy, the owner of the club came to Harold and said, well, can the band play something? And Harold said, well, we don't usually do that, but I'll ask them. And he asked them. So Harold said he's sitting in the dressing room, and Teddy's singing, but he said he got a good voice, you know. And then he tried them, and the rest is history.
Wow, wow. What about your musicians? Do you travel with your
Now, musicians
as well, or
we've
are you
had
only
some
doing track days?
experiences with some musicians.
Okay.
We just came back from the UK, and
Tell me about it. I see the
unfortunately,
reaction. What happened? Give us a little bit.
The band that we had playing for us didn't read music.
Oh, okay.
So our rehearsal was like 2 shows. Okay. We rehearsed and we were tired. Like we rehearsed for like 3 hours, 3.5 hours to get the band ready for the show the next day.
So you don't travel generally with your musicians?
Well,
sometimes we do. We would love to. However, sometimes, you know, the promoter says that there's a house band, and that's what we have to go through.
Awesome.
If we would take our band, we'd never have a bad day.
Right. Instant Funk, you know, remember them?
Johnny O was my man.
Let me tell you, it's the funk. The bass player recorded.
Raymond Earl?
You know.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm working with them tomorrow.
Really?
Okay.
Kim Miller's my producer on my new record. Yeah.
All right.
So
the band, by the way, is La Funkalicious record coming out
La
March of 2022. My horn player is a female.
Oh, wow.
Okay, but
That
we'll
sounds
talk
good.
about that.
Yeah.
Awesome. But,
That sounds good. Outstanding.
Another band that comes to mind, just thinking about musicians, Henry McMillan's band, UGO.
That's his boy.
I raised him
who you
too.
That's
take.
his man right
These
there.
cats ain't no
I
joke.
raised
That's his
him
man.
too.
Okay.
Henry.
Okay.
Ask him when you see him.
That's a horn section. That's a horn section by itself.
That's a horn section.
Right.
So, absolutely.
I got them boys and right out of high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they kill it. They play for everybody.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah,
were going to high school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's been a pleasure working with you tonight in this conversation. Thank you for stopping by. You worked the stage, you worked the house, and you worked this conversation.
Remember Harold Melvin's Blue Notes.
Harold Melvin's Blue Notes. Now, how do we
I have
keep
the
up with you?
trademark.
Okay. Oh, you do?
Yes, I do.
I know that's right.
Yes, yes.
Okay. That's how you do it.
That's all those years.
Yes. So is there a website or anything we can keep in touch with you?
Well, we have a Facebook page, Harold Melvin's Blue Notes.
Okay,
featuring
Facebook.
Donnell Gillespie.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that the Facebook page is Harold Melvin's Blue Notes?
Featuring Donnell Gillespie.
Featuring Donnell Gillespie. Make sure you look them up. Make sure you continue to support this mighty group.
Thank you
Harold
so
Melvin.
much for having us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
During this time of unprecedented chaos, confusion, and misinformation, we do have one thing in common: each other. United we stand, divided we fall. So just be cool, and let's beat this coronavirus together, with love and understanding. Stay focused, stay calm, stay home. Take care of your mind, body, and soul. Celebrate life, and this too shall come to pass. Have a glass of the cool champagne.
Oh, yeah. Sing it one more time for me, honey. You are my shining I like that. Oh, baby. Yeah. Honey, you are my shining star. Don't you go away. Oh no! Come on, honey,
And so here we are with the incomparable Gerald Alston. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing just fine. Thank
Good.
you.
And
Thank you.
for your amazing performance. I got a chance to catch you.
Ah, okay.
You were out
Thank
there
you.
singing a cappella
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
and slaying them.
It felt good. I could feel the vibes from the audience.
Yes.
That they wanted some more.
They want right.
So I decided to just give them a little more.
And
You're always here to please.
Yes.
When I'm on stage, I'm here to please. I'm there to please.
How many years have you been doing this, Gerald?
This is going. This will be my 51st year.
51.
Yeah.
Wow,
And the-
51 years.
Yeah, and the group has been together 59.
I know you started with the Manhattans.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
But before the Manhattans, were you singing with anybody else?
Yes, I had a group called Gerald Alston and the New Imperials.
Okay.
On Friday and Saturday.
On Friday and Saturday.
And on Sunday we were the Gospel Jubilee.
You were the gospel. Where did you live when?
I was living in North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Any flack? Did you catch any flack for doing juke joint on Friday and Saturday and Jesus on Sunday?
well, I got a little flack, but my father always taught me, and my uncle. My uncle was the late Johnny Fields, founder member of the 5 Blind Boys of Alabama.
Oh, the Alabama.
And so him and my father, they was like my mentors. And they both told me, as long as you singing and bringing joy and happiness to people and doing what God gave you your voice to do, you all right, whether it's gospel, whether it's R&B. You know, and I've always felt that way, and I've always carried it with me.
Wow. So your legacy spans more than 5 decades.
Yeah.
And of course there's been fame, and hopefully there's been some fortune for you.
Yeah.
What else has the industry given you?
The industry has given me a better understanding about life. You know, I guess, and I'm gonna say this with no disrespect to anybody else.
Right.
When I first came out of here, I snapped my fingers. But as time passed, I realized that this is a gift that God gave me.
Yeah.
Everybody don't get this opportunity.
That's right.
So my life changed. And the change is that I got even closer to God, and I started realizing how important it is of what my job was all about.
Yeah.
And this is a ministry for me.
What is your job?
My ministry is to sing and communicate and give people joy and happiness through my song. You know, and not play games with them, but sing. You know, and I was always taught to sing from the heart and sing what I believe. And just like tonight, I knew I went a little over time. I was supposed to do like maybe 25 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
But I could feel the vibes from the audience, and I could feel like they just needed a little bit more.
Right.
And so that's what happened.
Right.
You know?
And in this day of COVID, where, you know, we are losing family members and friends, and folks are getting really sick, giving your art, it comes through us.
Yeah.
But it comes from a higher place.
Oh, yeah.
You feel like that?
Oh, yes. That goes without saying. And I never perform without giving God his glory.
Yes.
You know,
yes,
I always pray before I walk on that stage.
Right.
And just express that I know that it's him that's doing it, not me. And that is his will.
Now, I noticed that tonight you performed alone.
Yeah.
Is that the way you're performing these days, or do you bring a
This
group
is
with
for
you?
my brother,
Michael Black, our brother.
Yeah,
we love him.
He's my Masonic brother.
Yes.
And he called me and asked me about doing it, and I didn't hesitate. I told him yes.
Okay. Yeah. So who do you usually travel with these days?
I travel with the Manhattans. We still sing.
With the Manhattans still?
Yeah, the Manhattans featuring Gerald Austin.
Okay.
And we travel. In fact, we were just in Milwaukee last night. And we're going out to California next weekend.
Next weekend. So what's different about the Manhattans now than versus 50 years ago?
Well, I think what's happening now is that we're in the now. We're in what's going on now. And also, I brought to the guys, and Blue before he passed, we brought to them the part about being classy, being respectful, being humble, and that's what we brought. And that's where we are now. We try to stay classy and do things with class, you know, and be respectful to our fans and humble to our fans.
So back in the day, the Manhattans, the Temptations, the Whispers, all these groups, was it competitive?
It was competitive, but it was friendly competition.
So it was love?
Yeah. Yeah. It was. You had a few knuckleheads out there that really got attitudes, but I won't even discuss it. But the majority of the artists that we work with, we had friendly competition. You know, we'd be talking backstage and telling each other what we're going to do to them.
Right.
And we go out there. And it only made the show better because we'll go out and do it, then the artists will come behind us and say, well, we got to top them.
Right.
You know, and they will come out and take them to another level.
Do you miss the way that entertainment used to be? Back in the day, groups traveled together. The shows, the tours was 4 or 5 groups.
Yeah.
You know,
You
today
have tour
you have
buses.
to, the tour buses. Do you miss that, or do you think that doesn't work for today?
I do miss a lot of the past. You know, we all grow and change, but there are certain things that should remain. You know, and the humbleness of the artists today.
Yeah.
You know, the camaraderie. You know, the competition. You know, the friendly competition. You know, and we looked out for each other.
Yeah.
I can't say that artists today don't do that, but I know we looked out for each other.
Right.
You know, I had an experience on my very first show with the Manhattans. We were driving to Richmond to play the mosque. And we had all such bad luck. Clothes flew off the top of the van.
Oh, Lord.
Flat tires. It took us 12 hours to drive to Richmond.
From where?
From New York.
Oh.
And we got to Richmond and the promoter told us that he wasn't going to pay us and we weren't going on stage. And the headliners were the Dells.
Oh, okay.
And the Dells was just getting ready to walk out on stage when we came in. They said, oh no, if they don't go on, we don't go on.
See, okay.
And he had, the mosque was full. So we got paid and we went on. And that's the things that we do for each other.
Right,
That,
right.
you know, I don't see that much now.
Well, it's been a wonderful conversation. Gerald Alston, everyone.
Thank
Is
you.
there anything that you're doing now? How do we keep up with you and your movement going forward?
Okay, we have a website, let's just kiss and say goodbye.com.
Okay.
And
let's give them that again. Let's just kiss and say goodbye.com. Oh, I love it.
And you can follow us on our tour.
Okay.
And also we have, we're on Facebook, the Manhattans featuring Gerald Alston.
Okay.
Instagram, the same thing, the Manhattans
thing.
featuring Gerald
So you got that social media on lock.
We getting it.
Who taught you how to do that? Did the kids teach you? I know it. I know it. Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
You are still incredible.
Thank you.
incomparable, and I wish you much continued love
Thank you.
and success.
Thank
you.
All right.
Gerald Alston.
Could we memories may be beautiful and yet what's too painful to remember? I swear to God, we simply choose to forget. So it's the laughter we will remember whenever we remember, baby. Yeah. The
To our brothers and our sisters who are all across the planet, we wanted to stop by and say hello. Our native tongues are different, our cultures come from many, but music is the same. Let's get into with the Mother Earth. Let's get into with each other for what it's worth.
One planet, one race,